County's put together 6 hits here in the first inning, driving 5 runs, and Wood needs to get out of this game.
A lot of left-hand hitters in this North County lineup, probably more than anybody in the county this year. And strike outside. And that could be an advantage because there just aren't a lot of high school teams with a lot of left-hand hitters, and there aren't a lot of left-hand pitchers either, which makes it the advantage because you see more right-handed pitching. Wood fouls it off to be out of play. It's going to make the count 0-2. Certainly a good start for the Knights. They've been kind of a yo-yo-like team, up and down all year long. And, you've got one more league game coming up this week. As we speak, there is one league game after this one. And then, of course, the playoffs start. And this is the time of the year you want to be playing good baseball. Ground ball to shortstop. Almost hits the throw to first, and he is out. That'll end the inning. So the score after a half inning is North County 6, Southern coming to bat.
We got 2 outs here, Pat.
Make that 2 outs, excuse me. 6 0 for 2 outs.
It's such a long inning, it seems like it. Like it could be 3.
That'll be an RBI for Gerbig. Here's Largent, the leadoff hitter. He started things off with an infield hit. Fouls it off. The Knights have batted around. Pretty good first inning. Something I'm sure Dan Mangum would have hoped for.
Young coach can always use a lead in the first inning.
Gary Gubbings, the Southern coach, been around for a few years and done an excellent job down there, being the smallest school in the county. They've been very, very competitive each and every year with everybody. Foul off for Largent and the 0-2 count. Wood throwing a lot of pitches in this inning, first inning. There is a 10-run rule, a mercy rule, but we have a long way to go. Southern hasn't even come to the plate yet.
Oh yeah.
This could be a wild one because they swing the bat. Ground ball to second, and second baseman makes the play, but he's going to be safe, and it's going to be a safe one. So Largent has his second hit of the inning, 2 for 2, 2 infield hits to the second baseman. The first one a high hopper, and then that one hit pretty well, but no play. Turner made the first out of the inning. What's it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left-hand hitters, I believe it is, in the North County lineup. Fly ball to left field. It's playable. And the ball is caught for the final out of the inning. Mike Porter with the catch in left field. And after a half inning, it is, and this is definitely a half inning now, Southern coming to bat trailing 7-0. Here's first pitch by Strong. It'll be a ball. And Southern, I'm not sure that they're going to get one of the higher seeds because they've played so many 4As and 3As. Their record's not going to be that good. So they'll be down in the seeding. That ball's hit pretty good, but foul. Nice swing on this Tyler Howard. He, of course, their center field. Everybody in the Southern lineup has hit the ball pretty well this year from what I've heard and what I've noticed in the line scores and the stories I've read about them. So the count is 2-1 now. And leadoff batter Tyler Howard. Southern coming to bat down 7-0 in the bottom of the first.
He doesn't want to walk the leadoff batter here and get something started for Southern. Be here awful late tonight if that happens.
Yeah, I guess the curfew's in effect to turn the lights out. This is the Friends of Joe Cannon Committee high school baseball game of the week here at Joe Cannon Stadium in Harmons, Maryland. Pitch from Strong. Ball 3, 3-1 count.
3-1, he's in danger of walking the leadoff.
count goes full. The North County third baseman was in tight. He was looking for a bunt, but he's backed up a bit. He's still in front of the bag, though. It'll be ball 4. And this is catcher Brian Sorensen coming to the plate.
Let's see if Southern takes some pitches here. Maybe they'll try and
Well,
make North County's pitcher throw a few.
They might. The coaches like to take pitches when they're behind, but in the early innings, I'm not too sure that's a good thing to do. But everybody has their own philosophy.
Some men on base and driving in.
Yeah. But looks like they're going to be patient. Fouls it off there to the third base side. Chris Schneck, a third hitter, is on deck. He, of course, the third baseman for Southern, and he is a really good-looking hitter and one of the better hitters in Anne Arundel County. Has been for a couple of years. Has been injury-plagued. Came in this week, starting this week, with batting .500 with 24 RBIs. Move over to first, and Strong almost threw it away. Dug out of the dirt over there by Alan Heath. Pretty good job to keep the runner there. Swing and miss, so we got 0-2 count with Howard on first, nobody out. And we're in the bottom of the first inning with North County up on Southern, 7-0. Ball inside, and there's no play on the steal by Howard. One-two count. One Sorensen. Strong comes to the set, takes a look at Howard. Now he comes home with a breaking pitch, and he got Sorensen swinging for the first out. And here is third baseman Chris Schneck.
Now batting, number 19, Chris Schneck.
Ball high and away. Schneck, he's considered to be the top hitter on this Southern ball club. They came in here tonight with a record of 10-7. 2A school, playing mostly 3As and 4As. So the count's going to go to 2-0, and this, of course, is a hitter's pitch. Hitters love those 2-0 counts because normally, especially in high school, the pitcher's going to come in with a fastball to throw a strike, and Strong does. Count goes at 2-1. Like Schneck was taking all the way. Tyler Howard is on second base, leading off. Ball inside. It'll go to 3-1 on Schneck. Craig Wood, the pitcher, is on deck for Southern. Line shot through the left side. That will score Howard. They do throw the ball home, and he beats the tag. Schneck rounded first, but stayed. So no advance on the throw home. Schneck is on first base as Craig Wood comes to the plate. North County leading 7-1.
Now batting, number 20, Craig Wood.
RBI, of course, for Schneck. He really smoked that. In fact, third baseman Mike Dato just barely got his glove up. But that's what happens when you play up close. A lot of high school kids have a tendency to play up on the corners for some reason. You watch the Arundel High School baseball team play, and they play back. You get more range that way. You have more opportunities to knock the ball down or field the ball on a one-hopper when the ball's hit like that one was hit by Schneck. But everybody has their own philosophy. It'll be a ball. Count goes to 2-0 on Wood. Schneck edging off first. Pretty good lead over there. Ball 3 now. obvious take on this next pitch, but you know, first inning, who knows? Number 4 hitter. There are some coaches. I've seen more and more of that than I've seen in a while this year with teams hitting with 3-0, which is a good pitch to hit on because a lot of times a high school pitcher will throw the ball right down the middle, and you know, if you can't hit a pitch right down the middle, you shouldn't have a bat in your hands. That'll be a strike in the outside corner.
Maybe Gary let him swing that.
3-1. Chris Schneck on first. North County leading 7-1. Bottom of the first inning at Joe Cannon Stadium. There goes Schneck. Pitch is going to be ball 4, so it really didn't matter what happened at second base on that. He would have beaten the throw anyway for a stolen base, but it's not a stolen base. Of course, a walk to Wood. And up comes Jason Parks, the shortstop.
Now batting the shortstop, Jason Parks.
Looks like Southern's trying to put something together here. See if Parks can drive in a few runs. Parks is a lefty too. They have several left-handers on their team.
Parks is a right-hander.
Put my wrong contacts.
Yeah, you were looking the opposite way. Opening umpire Dennis Reels has something to say. I think he was telling him to get the bats back and the equipment in the dugout over there. Got a strike in inside corner on Parks. Two-man inning for the Bulldogs. 1 out. They trail 7-1. It's going to be a ball. The 4A East is going to be really interesting this year. As I said, where North County plays, this is going to be a really interesting regional. A strike inside Parks, so we're going to count to 1 and 2.
I guess the Rumblers brought their team along pretty well this year.
Yeah, the ball club has really hit the ball well. I think a little bit better than Bernie Walter expected. And with the loss of Chip Ziegler, it hasn't meant any difference to them. They've come up with 3 guys, Jason Lively, Mike Goldbeck, and Bart Maxwell, who have just simply done the job, pitching-wise. And Joey Frickman, I should say. Strike 3 looking to Parks. That'll be 2 down for Bulldogs as Justin Shepard, first baseman, comes in.
It must be the new high strike zone that last year.
Left-hand hitter now, Shepard. Ball outside.
Now batting first baseman, Justin Shepard.
Strong, of course, would like to get this out here and get North County out of this inning with a 7-1 lead, and they could be in real good shape. Of course, if Shepard manages to put one in play here and get some extra bases, a base at the center field, it should score a run with 2 outs. We're going to have a play to the plate. The runners do not advance. They hold first and second, and we got a 7-2 ball game.
Now batting right fielder, Mike Porter.
2 down. 2 down, 2 strikeouts for Strong here in the first inning. Strike zone again. I'm not too sure. The high school federation, did they raise the strike zone? No, just same old strike zone is fouled off by Porter. So it'll be 0-2. They raised it in the major leagues for those umpires that feel like calling it. There's still plenty of umpires in Major League Baseball that have their own strike zones. If there's any question about that. It looked pretty close. Looked like I got a piece of his shirt, but apparently not. He's not saying anything to the umpire. The umpire's not calling it. And so it'll be a wild pitch, and that'll move the runners to second and third now. 1-2 count to Porter with Bulldogs in second and third.
Get these 2 runs in, that'll make it interesting.
Yeah, that would be 2 really important runs for Southern here in the first inning if they could come back. So he strikes out. Strike 3, that'll be the end of the first inning. North County 7, Southern 2. As we go along here in this inning, John, tell our viewers a little bit about the concept of this game of the week.
Well, the Friends of Joe Cannon Stadium has been around for 10 years. It's our 10th year anniversary, supporting activities here at Joe Cannon Stadium and amateur baseball in the county. And what we thought might be a good idea is to showcase high school baseball in the county and even Anne Arundel Community College. Since everyone enjoys playing here, it has big league dimensions, and it really is one of the finest amateur facilities in the state. And so what better way to do that than maybe have a good game scheduled here each week. So we met with, or at least once a month, we met with Anne Arundel County Public Schools and Board of Education. And for this first year, we tried to work a schedule out where we could get as many different teams in here to play as possible, and we'll pursue that in the future and increase the schedule. But it's an opportunity to showcase baseball.
Okay, very good. Well, we got a 3-0 count, and it's going to be the first strike to Heath, 3-1. Pitcher Craig Wood of Southern cooperating with the president of the Friends of Joe Cannon Committee, John White, as he spoke to explain the concept. He did not have to be interrupted as Craig threw 3 balls. It'll be a fly ball to right field. It should be caught. It looks like the second baseman's going to make the play, and he does. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Backtracking to make that catch in short right field was Kevin Gibson. So coming to the plate now is Mike Gall.
Now batting right fielder Mike Gall.
Mike was hit by a pitch his first time up.
And Pat, one of the things that really made this attractive for the schools was we were able to pay for the game fee here, and Anne Arundel County Rec and Parks was willing to let the schools split the gate. So the home team that normally wouldn't travel gets 2/3 of the gate, and the visiting team gets 1/3. It could turn into a nice fundraiser if we can generate enough enthusiasm to really pack the stadium.
It'll be a strike inside, swinging, and it'll be 0-2 count now on Gall. Wood looks like he's got a little bit more velocity this thing than he had in the first. Could be a situation where he's one of those pitchers where it takes a while to get warmed up. That was a tough call there. Strike 3 on Gall. Not going to pass any judgment on these men in blue because that's right. Dennis Reels behind the plate tonight. Send all your cards and letters. Send all your cards and letters to the Friends of Joe Cannon Committee. Attention, Dennis Reels. Ball inside to Mike Pfister. 2 down. Wood got has the first 2 men here in the second inning after a rough first in which he gave up 7 runs and 7 hits. That goes to 1-1. Normally, Anne Arundel County has 3 umpires in their games. I guess they were a little short tonight. Guys working this afternoon and a lot of games. But they're one of the few counties. In fact, it might be the only county in the area that does 3 men on games, which is pretty unique. And they're able to do it because these guys really are dedicated to amateur baseball. I know the coaches have their ups and downs with them sometimes and all, and the fans do too. But this is a group that's really committed to amateur baseball and high school baseball in Anne Arundel County. They don't charge exorbitant fees as some of these other groups do, and they provide a third man by not making it costly. Is the third man actually free? Is that what it's going? Yeah. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. I don't know another group in the state of Maryland, John, that would do something like that. It's the Anne Arundel Umpires Association.
It says something about them also that they have enough staff to do that. They have enough interest.
Now, yeah, absolutely. Now, I assume is that Dan Mangum Jr. coaching third base, I believe? Look where he is. He should not be there. He can see the catcher's signs where he's standing. He's going to be safe at first. It'll be an error on shortstop, ball on the dirt. He is Mangum coaching third. I don't know if our cameraman get a shot of that. Is standing way out of the box and almost on top of the foul line, and was down the line there a little bit. And until someone says something, I guess they'll continue to do that. And it makes it pretty easy to see signs. And coaches don't belong that far over. We had an interference call when a coach this year, Rodney Williams at Old Mill, for interfering with a runner for coming too far down. And it was an excellent call by the umpires of that game. And Jim McCandless, the Severna Park coach, noticed that he had touched the runner. Ball on Dato. Run on first, 2 outs. Greg Wood hoping to get out of this inning with no runs. First pitch, a runner going on the pitch, and the ball's hit to short right field. It may fall. It does. On his way to third base is Fisker on the hit and run. And the ball gets by the shortstop. And we're going to have another run for North County. Earl just came in and slammed the door. For those of you that are watching the game tonight.
Shook the press box.
Now batting, left fielder Ron Allen.
Yes, we do. Well, we got our head groundskeeper up here tonight, Earl, checking things out, make sure the equipment's working. Everything's fine tonight. And we thank the Superintendent Larry Braun and Earl, the field manager, for helping us with that.
Ron Allen, the batter, with Mike Dato on second. He, of course, reached second base on the throwing error by the right fielder. And throw in the second base. Ground ball, top to third. Could be a tough play for Schneck. Across the diamond, and he throws the ball away. And that's going to bring home another night's run with Allen taking second base on the play. It's going to make it a 9-2 ball game now for North County. With Norm Stump, the catcher, coming to the plate.
Now batting catcher Norm Stump.
You know, this is something different for Anne Arundel County as well. Anne Arundel County's own cable regulatory division, which televises the county council chamber meetings, is helping us tonight with televising this game, which will be shown on Comcast and Millennium in the county. It's a new concept, and we're going to work a few kinks out, but it's a good idea.
It is a good idea. In fact, this is probably better than watching the county council meeting. If you want to fall asleep at night, you're having trouble falling asleep, watch the county council. No, just kidding. They do an excellent job. But I think most people would rather watch a baseball game. Norm Stump, 1-1 count here. Greg Wood, he looked like he was going to get out of this inning with no runs, and of course now he's been the victim of a couple misplays by his defense, where he might have gotten out of this with no runs. Ground ball again to third. That's over the bag. That's going to be down the line. That should score Allen, and it should be a 2-bagger for Stump. The throw comes to home. It should have gone to second. And safe at second base with a double is catcher Norman Stump. North County now up 10-2.
Now batting designated hitter Rob Gerbic.
Getting close to the 10-run rule you were talking about.
Yeah, it's still early, but I tell you what, I think this is somewhat of a surprise, I'm sure, for Southern, because they've been playing very well to come in here tonight and have North County hit the ball as well as they've been hitting it this evening. I'm sure it's got to make Mike Mangum feel real happy. There he is. He's practically standing on third base now. Fly ball to right center field. Center fielder Howard will take it, and that'll be the third out. So the score at the end of an inning and a half, North County 10, Southern 2. We're back here at Joe Cannon Stadium for the high school baseball game of the week. Friends of Joe Cannon Committee sponsored. And, of course, this is North County and Southern. We're in the bottom of the second with North County leading 10-2. The Bulldogs starting the inning now with Brian Taylor, the designated hitter, for second baseman Kevin Gibson.
Now batting designated hitter Brian Taylor.
That's in there, Josh Strong, the huge lead. That's a strike. The idea now, of course, is to throw strikes and make Southern put the ball in play. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 3 now. First out of the inning. And Travis Soper, the right fielder, comes to the plate. He's the number 9 hitter in the Southern lineup.
Now batting left fielder Travis Soper.
High school game of the week. Capacity crowd here at Joe Cannon, about 25,000 tonight. Ball high and away. Hey, the weather changed, isn't it? It's hot and humid. I understand this cold streak as we do this game on Friday night, May the 4th. We'll get a little cool streak here for the next couple of weeks, hopefully. But it got humid all of a sudden.
Had a nice evening tonight. Got a few people in the stands. Even got a few people up on the hill on lawn chairs.
Too cheap to pay to get in. That's why they're sitting up there.
Oh, come on.
They've blocked off some of this area here, which is good to make people pay. But I tell you what, the biggest crowd I think I've ever seen here. I guess the one night when they had that, it's 1-2 count now. The Cuban All-Star team came in here to play Bernie Walters' Male Legion team when he was coaching back then. And then at one state, strike 3 to Soper.
Always have a good crowd for the state tournament.
Yeah, that one championship game a few years ago between Arundel and the Popovich kid from down there, I believe it was Walter Johnson or somewhere. They pitched against Kurt Light that night, and Arundel lost 2-1. And that whole outfield, the stadium was packed, and the whole outfield was full of people. It was incredible.
Now batting center fielder Tyler Howard.
Tyler Howard now, the leadoff batter for the Bulldogs. He walked his first time up. Strong goes outside, it'll be ball 1. Arundel County High School Championship, of course, I'm sure our viewers are seeing this after that's been played, but that's coming up, and Arundel is definitely in, and then there were several teams still involved in that chance for the second place. Top 2 teams, of course, playing that game. 2-0 count now to Howard.
There's a high strike zone.
Yeah, Dennis Reels calling a lot of strikes tonight, and that's good. It keeps the game moving. And for those of you that like high strikes, Dennis is your man. There'll be a ball outside. Count goes to 3-1.
You need to be a little patient here, too. To make it back in your game.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they're really surprised the way North County has jumped ahead tonight. Be ball 4 to Tyler Howard, bringing up Brian Sorensen, who struck out his first time.
Now batting catcher Brian Sorensen.
Sorensen went down swinging his first time up against Josh Strong. Ten to 2, North County, bottom of the second, 2 outs, and of course Southern has a man on first base. Gary Gubbings having a conference now with his hitter Sorensen.
You talk about only second batter then.
Well,
First.
man on first with 2 outs. Probably going to find out where they're going to eat after the game and where the restrooms are, things like that. You know, real important things that have nothing to do with the game. No, I don't know. I think the player wanted to. I guess maybe check on the signs in case he put a hit and run or a steal. 1 ball, You know, some coaches like to let their hitters know. Maybe he wasn't sure that, you know, I'm going to be sending on such a pitch, and I want you to make sure you just swing and protect and don't make contact. Be a ball. That pitch was higher than Dennis Reels is tall. Count goes to 2-0. Little looper to left field. Looks like Allen is tracking it. He's going to make the catch over the shoulder for the final out. And at the end of 2, it's North County 10, Southern 2. Bill Largent leading off for the Knights. That'll be a ball. Looks like from Largent.
Now batting center fielder Bill Largent.
If you notice tonight, too, while you're watching this game, John White, of course, is doubling up as the PA announcer. And if you maybe you've heard John's voice on the radio before. He's the one that handles that circus over there at BWI. Ball 2. He has a tough job. He's the spokesman for BWI Airport. And I hear him on the radio, and I'll hear you on there an awful lot, John. Do a good job.
Yeah, it's nearly as busy over there as it is at Kansas City.
Ball 3. Would having some control problems now. He needs to get that first out. He really does, being down 10-2. He doesn't want to have the top of the order start things with a walk. And it's a strike.
Yeah, Pat, we had a big business coming to the area that might bring a little extra attention to the stadium as well.
Puts it off his fist. It's going to be a foul ball to Schneck at third. It ends up being in fair territory, so that'll be the first out of the inning. And to the plate now comes Tom Turner.
Like I was saying, anybody that doesn't know where Joe Cannon Stadium is, we're basically across the street from Arundel Mills now.
Yeah.
Come down Arundel Mills Boulevard and turn left on Ridge Road, and the stadium is right up here. You can see the big water tower. That's basically our landmark.
It's going to be interesting how much the Arundel Mills encourages people to come over here and vice versa, although I'm sure they don't need a lot of help over there as big as that place is, the mall. But,
no, but they've been a pretty good neighbor to the community, so we're going to try and tap into them for maybe some help with our scholarships.
Oh, that would be great. That would be great. That would be the thing for them to do, believe me. Pitch fouled off by Turner, 0-1 count, and he pops it up to short left center, and it's going to fall in for a base hit.
We got now
Alan Heath coming to the plate now for the Knights.
Now batting first baseman Alan Heath.
Heath working on a 1-for-2 night. He has a base hit, and he popped to the second baseman in the last inning. Top of this order has batted in every inning. Throw to first by Wood. Turner is back with no problem. Fouled off and back.
You know, like I said, this is a little something we're doing new with televising high school baseball in the county. They've shown basketball and football games in the past on Comcast, but when Bill Fry got a new job in Virginia, we thought that might be the end of it. So we're real happy that both cable.
Line drive, base hit down the left field line by Heath. It should be at least 2 and should score a run. Mangum waving Turner going home, and it'll be 11-2 game. Heath stand up at second base with a double.
Like I'm saying, we're real happy that both cable networks were interested in showing the game tonight.
Yeah, now this of course is airing on Comcast in Annapolis only, or is it? Or
it'll be on Comcast and Millennium. I guess we're talking about channel 99 on Millennium or Comcast in the northern end of the county, and channel 20 in the Annapolis area.
Okay.
A little conference going on at the mound.
I'm sure at this time of the week, Gary Gummings is probably about out of pitching, and Craig Wood doesn't appear to have real good stuff tonight. And I don't mean that as a knock on the kid, but just, that happens to pitchers, and it looks like he's going to stay with him. He's got somebody warming up in the bullpen, and he's probably hoping to get as many innings out of him as he can. And, see if his ball club gets back in the game. If they get back in the game, he might use another man, but he's got another game to play Monday, which is important.
What are the inning rules for pitchers in high school?
Well, it's 14 innings over 7 days and 10 innings over 3 days. Yeah. And the coaches are supposed to hand in their lineup card with the innings on it, I believe. Most of them do that before each game so that the opponent knows exactly who has what innings left. This is Mike Gall. He's been hit by a pitch and struck out. Swing and a miss. Straight one.
Now batting right fielder Mike Gall.
One out, one run in. The score 11-2 North County. Top of the third inning here at Joe Cannon Stadium.
A lot of runs for 3 innings.
Larry Braun, of course, trying to conserve energy here at Joe Cannon Stadium. We have no lights on in the press box. Now we do. Larry, I'll tell you what, he's on the ball. Here's a strike.
You do pretty good in the dark.
Yeah. 0-2 count now on Gall. With Heath edging off of second base. Wood delivers, and it's going to be a ball outside. One-two count. Wood to the set, delivers, and it's popped up on the right side. The first baseman over, and taking the ball in foul territory is Justin Shepard for the second out of the inning. Mike Pfister coming to the plate now for the Knights.
Now batting shortstop Mike Pfister.
Tell you a little story, Pat. This water tower here has always been our big landmark for the stadium, and there was a time it needed to be painted about a year or so ago, and they were sandblasting and all. We're about to get ready to pitch here. There's a ball. So when they were sandblasting, getting the old paint off, getting ready to repaint it, we were hoping they could paint it just white with some baseball strings on it, maybe say, "Welcome to Joe Cannon Stadium." We didn't win out with the FAA and their concerns with air traffic, obviously, but it was a neat concept that we might revisit in the future. Somehow, they obviously need to have some kind of pattern up there.
Very interesting. So the FAA ruled against that, huh?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Well, safety first, though. Got Adam Heath leading off a second. Dan Mangum is leading off a third. He's only got a short lead. He's standing right on the bag. There's a strike. 1-1 count now to Pfister.
I don't think Dan's able to run home, but he's pretty close out there.
See, look at him leaning in. He's leaning in. Look, he's standing right on the foul line now. I can't believe this. I've never seen a coach do that. Fouled off by Pfister. 1-2. Two down in the third. North County, of course, up by 11-2. We do have a 10-run rule, so that means that if North County continues to score, as they've been doing, this game could be over in 5 innings.
Pressure on Southern.
But Southern swings the bat, and like I say, they may score a bundle before it's over. Pfister was an outfielder. Apparently, they've made a lot of changes in this North County lineup. He started the season as a center fielder. Ball outside now, 2-2. And in fact, he was considered to be one of the better defensive outfielders in Anne Arundel County. And but because they've made some changes, he's now moved in the shortstop. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Heath off second base. And that'll be a swinging strike on a breaking pitch. That'll be strike 3, and at the end of 2.5, it's North County 11, Southern 2. And we're back here at Joe Cannon Stadium, bottom of the third, with the Knights ahead of the Bulldogs 11-2. The pitch fouled off by Schneck. He's the leadoff hitter, number 3 hitter in the Southern lineup. He had a base hit to left, an RBI single in the first inning. On the mound for North County, left-hander Josh Strong. He's got to feel real strong right now with a 9-run lead. And he hits one to center field. That'll be caught for the first out of the inning. One down, one up as Craig Wood comes to the plate.
Been a long 3 innings here, Pat. We've been here an hour already. For 3 innings.
Yeah, it has been. Bill Largent, the center fielder. He's some sort of a relative to Bill. I think it's Al Largent. Bill Largent I saw coming in here tonight. He used to be one of the better softball players in the area here. And that's a strike on Craig Wood. I think that's his grandson. 0-1 count, 1 out, and that'll be strike 2 for Wood. Ground ball right back to Strong. Throws to first, and there are 2 down here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting shortstop Jason Park.
Park struck out looking his first time up. Strike 1, and of course Strong now just doing what every coach hopes his pitcher would do with an 11-2 lead, and that's throw strikes, make them hit the ball, and that's a base hit to left field and be down the line. Could be 2. Sparks rounds the bag. Allen's throw coming into second base. It'll be close. He is out at second base. Allen did a good job tracking it. A perfect relay to shortstop Fisker. And, of course, the ball over to the second baseman, Kevin Gibson, for the final out. So the score at the end of 3 innings is North County 11, Southern 2. With North County leading 11-2 and leading off for the Knights, third baseman Mike Dato, who is 2 for 2 on the night. He has a double and a single and an RBI and scored 2 runs for North County. Hits that ball pretty good to right field, but it's being tracked and caught as the right fielder, Travis Soper, rolls over and makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, Ron Allen.
Ron Allen coming to the plate now for the Knights. He's 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI in the first inning. He reached on an error in the second. The Knights have scored in every inning. They scored 7 runs in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third. And, of course, they have a 9-run lead. That 7-run cushion has really, really been important to North County tonight. And no question, it's put Southern, of course, in the catch-up mode, and that can be pretty tough to do. Allen hits one down the right field line. Soper tracking it. It's going to fall in just inside the line. Allen takes a wide turn, decides to hold it first with a single.
Now coming to bat, Norm Stump, the catcher.
Norm Stump now up the plate for the Knights. He has 2 doubles tonight for North County. And his courtesy runner, Andy Antlitz, scored a run in the first inning for him. We got 1 out here in the fourth with Allen aboard. And North County leading 11-2. Craig Wood still in there for the Bulldogs. Comes to a set and throws. It'll be a ball inside. Want to know, you're watching the Friends of Joe Cannon Committee Anne Arundel County High School Baseball Game of the Week. Ball inside, 2-0 now on Stump. Fouled off by Stump. 2-1. Good pitch to hit. That'll be fouled off to the right side again, so it'll be 2-2 now on Norman Stump. With Allen on first base, 1 out in the top of the 4th. Don't forget the Friends of Joe Cannon Committee 10th annual banquet to be held at LaFontaine Blue on Sunday, May the 20th. Ball hit just foul, just to the left of third base. So the count remains 2-2 now on Stump. Billy Ripken, the former Orioles second baseman, is going to be the guest speaker at the Friends of Joe Cannon Scholarship Awards dinner. Every baseball playing high school in the county, I believe there are 16, will have a representative as their scholar athlete at the affair. Fly ball to short right. That'll be the second out of the inning.
Now batting, DH, Ron Gerbig.
Gerbig tonight up at the plate here. He's 0 for 2. Grounded to short and hit a fly ball to center field. Looking for his first hit of the night. That'll be a ball. In fact, he is one of only 2 guys in the Knights lineup tonight that does not have a base hit. Mike Gall, the cleanup hitter for the Knights, is 0 for 2, and he was hit by a pitch. They're the only 2 in the lineup without a base hit. As North County has really swung the bat well tonight. It's got to have Coach Dan Mangum real happy as we approach the playoffs. Pop to short. And that's going to be the final out. So the score after 3.5 innings, North County 11, Southern 2. Pat O'Malley, John White, and Joe Ryder back here at Joe Cannon Stadium for the Anne Arundel County High School Game of the Week by the Friends of Joe Cannon Committee. Justin Shepard leading off the bottom of the 4th now for Southern. He's 1 for 1 with a single and RBI back in the first inning. Southern trailing 11-2. Last inning, or actually this inning, last at bat by North County, top of the 4th, was the first time tonight they did not score in an inning. 7 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and finally Craig Wood shut them down there in the 4th. It'll be ball 2 now to Shepard. Josh Strong coming off of a 1-2-3 inning last inning. 3rd out, of course, after a base hit by Jason Parks, and he was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. Pitch over Shepard's head. That'll make the count now 3-1. Strong has retired 4 in a row. Actually, not, because he did have the hit there, but it's 4 straight batters. So that'll be a full count now. It's going to be ball 4. Mike Porter comes up now. He struck out swinging his first time up.
Batting number 12, Mike Porter.
That's the 4th walk of the night for Strong. He walked 2 in the first and 1 in the second. Ball up. Strong coming into this inning came in with, he struck out the side in the first inning. He gave up 2 runs in between. Struck out 2 in the second, so he's got 5 strikeouts and has given up 3 hits. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 2, 1-2. Ground ball barely through the right side. Nice play by the first baseman, but everybody's going to be safe. Diving stop by Alan Heath. A real nice play. That ball should have gone to the right side, but he saved it from doing so. And, of course, that's prevented the runner from taking third. So now we have runners on first and second, and nobody out for Southern as Brian Taylor, the DH for Kevin Gibson, comes to the plate.
Now batting designated hitter Brian Taylor.
Taylor struck out swinging his first time up. And there's a strike. Taylor steps out of the box, look down at Coach Gary Gubbings, who's going through a routine of signs down there. Nobody out. First and second for the Bulldogs. Swing and a miss.
We got Dan Mangum up on the line. We got Gary Gubbins over in the grass.
Well, that's normal what Gary Gubbings is doing now. You don't see anybody standing that close to the bag as Mangum does. I've never seen anybody stand that close. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 3. And of course, even if the catcher doesn't handle the ball, there's no put out to be made at first base. He's automatically out with first base occupied, unless there are 2 outs. And if 2 outs, you have to make the put out. Travis Soper coming to the plate now. He struck out his first time up. He boosts one in the short right field. That'll probably load the bases. They're going to hold the runner. They are. Shepard will stop at third. So the bases are loaded now for Southern as the top of the order comes up, and Tyler Howard, who has drawn 2 walks tonight.
Now batting center fielder Tyler Howard.
Now they got a chance to get back in the game. At least cut it in half, close to it.
1 out. Yeah, this is an opportunity for them that they need to take advantage of if they are to get back in this game.
Ryder over here critiquing the umpires.
Yes, he is.
All engines.
Foul off by Howard. Back to the screen. Strong, as I said, has only given up 3 hits tonight. Justin Shepard has a single. Or make that. He actually has 2 more here in this inning. Excuse me. He had 2 hits and 1 hit in that first inning. That'll be a base hit to center. That'll score 1 run, leave the bases loaded. So it's an 11-3 ball game.
Now batting catcher Brian Sorensen.
Now giving up 6 hits, Strong.
Base is still loaded.
Sorensen has struck out and flied to left. 0 for 2 tonight for the Bulldog catcher. Called strike 1. If Southern's going to have a big inning, this is their shot right now with the top of their order up. Usually a left-hander in this situation with the bases loaded and 2 outs or less than 2 outs even would use a windup, but Strong has chose to stay in his set. He's back, of course, to the runner third. But he must feel comfortable throwing out of the set, although he had a lot of success here the last couple innings throwing out of the windup because nobody was reaching until Allen singled last inning. He was thrown out trying to stretch it to a double. Fly ball hit the center field. It's going to be over the center fielder's head, looks like. It is. It's off his glove. It rolls to the fence. 2 runs, 3 runs are home. And going to third base with a triple is Brian Sorensen. Triple over the North County center fielder's head. And that is big. That'll make it an 11-6 ball game.
Now batting third baseman Chris Schneck.
One of the North County coaches now making a trip out to the mound to talk to Strong. And Schneck comes up. He's on a 1-for-2 night. RBI single in the first, and he skied to center. Courtesy runner in now for Sorensen. Adam Zetwick is the courtesy runner. Always the coach. Adam Zetwick is the coach out there. Okay. James Paler is the courtesy runner. All right, Mike Selman running now for Sorensen, the catcher, as a courtesy runner. 11-6. Schneck up, 1 out. And that'll be a strike. Southern suddenly back in this ball game now, here in the 4th inning. Ball outside, 1-1. Strike 1 and 2 now. Strong continues to use the set. Run on third. Infield, of course, back. They've got a 5-run lead. They're going to be playing for outs. And that ball's hit pretty good in the right center field. It's toward the gap, and it falls. And it's going to be at least a double. It'll be a double for Chris Schneck, and we have an 11-7 ball game. The Southern fans getting pretty excited now. Their team back in this as cleanup hitter Craig Wood comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a comebacker to the mound.
Now batting pitcher Craig Wood.
Coach Zetwick now calling for his right fielder to come in to pitch. That, of course, is Mike Gall, who's coming in to pitch. He's a left-hander. He'll replace Strong. Now Craig Wood comes to the plate with Chris Schneck on second base. North County leading 11-7. We have 1 out here in the 4th inning. And Schneck steals third because Gall forgot about him, went into a windup, and Schneck alertly stole third base.
Again, just hit the ball out of the infield here, and you got to run.
Now he's going to use a set with him on third base. My goodness. Strike. That'll be 1-1 now on Craig Wood. That's what you call being in the game, staying in the game. Schneck alertly, realizing that the guy was using a windup, just took third easily. Ball's popped up to the right side. Looks like it's going to stay in play, and it does. As first baseman Alan Heath makes the catch for the second out, Schneck, of course, will hold third. Jason Parks is the batter now. He's 1 for 2 tonight. A base hit and struck out.
Now batting shortstop Jason Parks.
Jason is the 9th hitter up this inning for Southern as they've put together their biggest inning of the night, scoring 5 runs here in the 4th to get back in this ball game. That'll be a strike. Dennis Friels likes a high strike, but as Joe Ryder just mentioned in the background there, he has been very consistent with it. So how can you complain if the guy's consistent with it?
Park's being patient here.
Popped up the short stop. Pfister makes the call, and that'll be the 3rd out. So at the end of 4 innings, we have North County 11, Southern 7. For the start of the 5th inning here at Joe Cannon Stadium, the Friends of Joe Cannon Committee High School Baseball Game of the Week here in Anne Arundel County. North County and Southern. Knights up 11-7 as the Knights start the 5th inning with Bill Largent.
Now batting center fielder Bill Largent.
Largent 2 for 3 on the night with an RBI, 2 infield singles, and he popped a third his last time up in the 3rd inning. Ground ball right back to Wood. He throws to first, and that'll be the 1st out of the inning. Tom Turner coming to the plate.
Now batting second baseman Tom Turner.
Turner is 1 for 3 with a single his last time up. He scored a run. Ball inside. Craig Wood given new life. He's hung in there since that rough 1st inning when he gave up 7 runs. Now all of a sudden his team has got him back in the game in a position that he could get a win out of this if the Bulldogs continue hitting the baseball. 2-0 count now. Hitter's pitch to Turner. Ball 3.
I wonder if Wood's getting a little tired here.
He might be. He's thrown a lot of pitches. I've been able to keep count of all the pitches tonight, doing this as well. And he has thrown a lot of pitches. Although he had a couple innings there where he actually didn't throw, believe it or not, when he faced a bunch of hitters. It'll be a strike. 3-1. Three and one out. Top of the 5th. North County up 11-7. That's fouled off. It'll be a full count now on Turner.
Southern's battled back here after that 2nd inning. I'm not sure how long we would play tonight is how the score was going.
Feel like it might be a 10-run rule ready to go in effect, but doesn't look like that now. Strike 3. Took it inside, almost hitting, but apparently was on the inside corner. And that'll be strike 3. That'll be the 2nd out of the inning. Here comes Alan Heath. 2 for 3 tonight.
Now batting first baseman Alan Heath.
It's amazing how some of these kids, when they play in a ballpark where there is an announcer, they'll wait for you to announce them before they get in the box because they really enjoy it. They're not used to it. And there's a strike on Heath, swing and a miss. Allen has a base hit to left and a double tonight with an RBI, has scored a run for North County. North County 7-11 coming into this game, Southern 10-7. Line shot base hit should be in the right field, but it's by the right fielder. Rolls to the warning track, and it looks like it's going to be a triple, stand-up triple for Alan Heath. Gall, one of just 2 hitters in this North County lineup that does not have a hit tonight. He's 0 for 3, and this would be a good spot, I'm sure Dan Mangum thinks, for that first hit by Gall. He's the cleanup batter in the order, and he's been hit by a pitch, struck out, and fouled out to the first baseman.
Now, who's on third base? Dan Mangum or Alan Heath?
it's tough to tell. It looks like Heath, yeah, because Mangum has the lead off. Heath is actually standing on the bag. I have never seen a coach stand that far over.
Now batting right fielder, pitcher Mike Gall.
That's a strike. Good ball. We got a 1-1 count now on the ball. Craig Wood hanging in there. 7-run first inning, and then he settled down, gave up 3 in the second, 1 in the third, none in the fourth, and trying to get out of this inning without any runs. There's a ground ball hit to the first baseman, Shepard, and he steps on first, and that'll be the third out. So at the end of 4.5, it's North County 11, Southern 7. 18, Justin Shepard. And we're back here at the bottom of the 5th inning now. North County up 11-7, and Justin Shepard leading off for Southern.
Now batting first baseman Justin Shepard.
1 ball to Shepard. He has a single, an RBI in the first, and a walk tonight. Ball 2, of course, Gary Gubbings would love to get that first man on to start things here in the bottom of the 5th. Mike Gall in for Josh Strong. Gall came in last inning and got the last 2 outs for the Knights. And a 5-run fourth by Southern. That'll be fouled off. It'll be 2-1 count now to Justin Shepard. So we have a 2-1 count as Gall gets set and throws. Tops it back to Gall. He'll make the play himself over at first base, unassisted 1. So that's the first out of the inning with Mike Porter coming to the plate.
Now batting right fielder Mike Porter.
Porter tonight has struck out swinging, and he had an infield hit back in the 4th. And that was last inning, of course. That'll be a strike. Gall, a left-hander, just like Strong, who started the game for the Knights. Craig Wood still in there for Southern tonight. Ball 2, or ball 1, excuse me, 1-1 now on Porter. Ball inside. Count goes to 2-1 now.
Payne's getting a little excited here.
Ball 3. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. The Bulldogs have a man aboard with Brian Taylor, the designated hitter, coming to the plate.
Now batting designated hitter Brian Taylor.
Taylor has struck out swinging both times up tonight, looking for his first base hit. Of course, this would be the spot to get it. 8 and 9 hitters, if they could do their job here for Southern, this game could change real fast at the top of the order after that. Ball throws over to first, and easily back is Porter.
Got a pinch hitter coming up here on deck, Pat.
Picked him off at first base. That's the kind of thing you don't want to happen when you're 4 runs down, but Porter gets picked off, and I know Gary Gumming's not real happy with that. That'll be the second out of the inning. That hurts when you're playing catch-up. It'll be a ball now.
We got a pinch hitter, Doug Green, coming up on deck. He could have represented the tying run.
Well, it's 11-7. You have 2 on, and he hits a home run. It's 11-10. What high school did you go? What high school did you go to? John, what high school did you go to?
It was 11-8.
It's 11-7. Yeah. You've had to run out a couple times, I know, and nobody's even paying attention to the scoreboard anymore since Joe Ryder botched it up. That'll be a strike. Swinging. Going on Taylor. This will be a big out here, and then you have the 9th hitter leading off the 6th, and this is ideal for North County to get this out right here. There it is, swing and a miss. Or he fouled. He's calling catcher's interference. Now, plate umpire is giving him first base, yeah, or is he? Yeah, he's looking for some help. But that's a tough call for unless the first base umpire actually saw it. But you're a little closer there, and sometimes you can hear it. But the batter, of course, is contending that he hit the catcher's mitt, which would be a catcher's interference. And after a conference with Kenny Peak, he's saying no. It was interesting. Last week in the game between Meade and Arundel had 9 errors. Before them were catcher's interference by catcher Ryan Puglisi. And Puglisi was telling me the other day that they have a film of the game, and Bernie Walters said the same thing, where the Meade batters were purposely stepping back to hit the catcher's mitt, which is really kind of bush league. And they got 4 calls that day. Now, that appeared to be an interference by the catcher, but then again, the umpire is closer than we are, and the first base umpire is not convinced that it was, so got to go with what the men in the blue down the field call.
He touched it. It had to be interference because the batter kind of stepped forward trying to reach for that.
What I don't understand is, though, there were 2 strikes. He swung at that ball. Why is it not strike 3? If it's not catcher's interference, did he call it a foul tip? I didn't see the ball fall to the ground. Why is it not strike 3?
I'm sorry, Pat. I'm still playing with this scoreboard.
Yeah.
Joe Ryder's caught up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. A 1-2 count, and the batter says the catcher interfered. I didn't see the catcher drop the ball. Maybe he did. We don't have the advantage of a replay, but I didn't see the ball hit the ground. It looked to me like the catcher had the ball. Maybe he didn't. Maybe we missed that because we were concentrating and focusing on the batter. But so it remains 2 strikes now on Taylor. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. North County up 11-7. Strike 3, a swing and a miss, and of course the ball gets by the catcher's stump. And down the first base goes Taylor. He's safe now.
He's down there one way or another. Pinch hitter here, Doug Green.
So coming to the plate now for the Bulldogs, batting for Travis Soper, who was 1 for 2 on the night. He had a base hit his last time up, is Doug Green.
Now batting Doug Green.
strike again from Dennis Reels. It'll be strike one now to Green. The Taylor at bat, of course, goes down as a strikeout, and then a pass ball, looking to make me the ball hit the catcher's glove. He should have handled it. I wouldn't call that a wild pitch. So Taylor is aboard with 2 down, and Southern trailing by 4. Green batting for the 9th hitter, Travis Sober, who was 1 for 2 on the night, and of course the top of the order waiting for Southern. Strike 2, 0-2 now. So Gall way ahead. The idea now is not to throw a real good pitch on 2, because Green's going to have to be swinging at anything close. Taylor, a pretty decent lead over there at first base. Oh, just missed. Just missed. 1 and 2. Gall thought he had it. He wanted that pitch, but...
He's halfway to the dugout.
1-2 pitch now. And out stealing is Taylor, thrown out stealing. A pretty good throw from Stump. And that ends the inning for Southern. Down by 4, trying to steal the base, and it backfired. Pat O'Malley, John White, and Joe Ryder back here at Joe Cannon Stadium for the start of the 6th inning with North County leading Southern 11-7. Mike Pfister leading off for the Knights. He's 1 for 3 with a double, and that double cleared the bases in the big first inning by the Knights. He fouls it off to the right. That really propelled that inning for North County as they scored 7 runs, and the bases loaded double by Pfister. Plated 3 of them. He's reached on the air to short and has struck out, so he's working on a 1 for 3 night. Craig Wood still in there battling for Southern.
He's hung in there tonight.
Yeah, he really has. He's been a real bulldog for the true sense of the word. They are the Bulldogs, and he is the Bulldog tonight. Still hanging in. Ground shot up the middle. Be a base hit in the center field for Pfister.
Lead off Southern. Not what Southern wanted to have happen here.
And now up comes Mike Dato, who is 2 for 3 with a double.
Now batting third baseman Mike Data.
Dato a double in the first, single, and he flied to center. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
The fence is there.
Yeah, he was trying to get all of it on that one. Wood has not given up a run since the 3rd inning. Ground shot to third. Taylor made double play ball. Only Pfister was running on the pitch. So the throw goes over to first base from Schneck to Shepard, and that'll be the first out on the fielder's choice. Pfister takes second, and Ron Allen comes to the plate.
And Dan Mangum's on third.
Dan Mangum is on third. He could just take one step to his left, and he's right on the bag.
I think it's illegal. I think he's starting behind the bag.
Yeah, right.
He's not allowed to get a running start.
Right.
Coach Mangum's having a
little conference
here
now.
with the umpires.
Asking some of the players, I guess, to get some of the equipment back in the dugout, or they're pointing over to the North County dugout. Ron Allen has 2 base hits tonight for North County. He's 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Reached on an error his other time up in the 2nd. The base hit to right last time up.
You know, we pick on Dan Mangum, but he's done a good job with this team, and I think he teaches over at Brooklyn Park Middle School, elementary school.
Yeah, he does. I don't think we're picking on him. I think we're just.
He's a good guy.
I think we're just saying that he's not standing in the box legally, which is the truth. I mean, it's obvious. Either that or, John, of course, you being the spokesman for BWI, they could possibly be telling umpire Dennis Reels, excuse me, home plate umpire, that maybe a strike zone is getting too high and they're concerned about hitting a plane coming into the... And and might have to get you down to do a radio report or something. One of the members of the media may be contacting you to talk to you about the planes coming in.
The high strike zone being a problem tonight, huh?
Joe Ryder has no comment on that. Now, there's some sort of a I wish we knew what was going on down there, but they're discussing, I don't know if it's... Yeah. Yeah. What was interesting, last time up when John introduced Mike Dado, he kind of looked up here at the booth, but it was his turn up. It was clearly his turn up. Yeah, nobody's batted out of turn. And of course, we have no one down there to tell us what's going on, so...
Now batting left fielder Ron Allen.
Home plate umpire reels over talking to Gary Gubbings now, explaining to him what he was talking to Dan Mangum about. Dennis cleaning off the plate. Does an excellent job of that. Got every bit of dirt off that plate. The only guy I've seen do a better job is Joe Ryder. If you've ever seen Joe clean up, you've never seen anything like it when you see Joe Ryder clean home plate. Of course, he has his life in his hands when he does that. There are a lot of people out there would like to throw a baseball in that direction. Just kidding, of course. Ron Allen, 2 for 3 now, with Pfister leading off a second. 1 out. Ground ball to the right side. Pfister will move over to third. Throw goes to first. That'll be the second out now.
Pat, we got an attendance count tonight, and although you have a stadium here that seats probably close to a couple thousand, we have not a bad crowd tonight. 86 paying customers, not counting kids under 8. 86 family and friends for the two teams.
Not counting children under 8. Is that right? I think we got like 5,000 of those here tonight. So, no, it's just a lot of people didn't know about it. The first 3 games were rained out,
Yes.
and the season's kind of winding down. Really hot night. Ground ball foul down the third baseline by Norm Stump. It's not a bad crowd, but I think next year, of course, I guess it's tough for you to put a schedule together, the committee to pick certain games, but I guess if you could, the ideal thing would have been like these two teams were fighting for the county title or something like that. But when you put that together early in the year, it's pretty tough to determine who's going to be doing what at the end.
Yeah, we had the athletic directors kind of look at it and try and give us competitive games throughout the year, and we'll build on it next year. Maybe we'll be able to raise the number of games that we can have here, as well as maybe look at who the teams may be that stood in it this late in the season.
Now, there is another game going on in the county tonight as we speak at Arundel, northeast of Arundel, and that's really a big game. It's like the preview of the county championship next week, because most likely Arundel's already in. Northeast is most likely going to be the other team. But Bernie, I guess, would prefer not to play here. He has lights at Arundel High School, and he would rather play at his place.
He's got a nice field out there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So 1-1 count now to Norm Stump.
Well, what a good crowd does is turn this into a nice fundraiser for the teams. These two teams here tonight will split up over a couple $100.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you could draw a few hundred people, that would be a real good fundraiser. And that's something that the teams ought to do their best, the baseball coaches ought to encourage the parents and the kids, and maybe something could be done where some tickets could be printed up in advance or something like that. Maybe you could work that out with the county.
It's a good idea.
And each kid sell 10 tickets.
Some things we can do for next year.
The coaches could tell their kids, hey, look, this is our fundraiser. We need each one of you to sell 10 tickets. You got 20 guys on the ball club. There's 200 right there. 200 on the other side, 400. And then stragglers and whatever. You could have 500, 600 people, maybe more. And, of course, depending on the competitiveness of the game and how good it is leading up to it, that certainly would help bring more people out.
Now batting catcher Norm Stump.
And how often do you get to see a strike zone that, like Dennis Reels has tonight? That's something right there will draw people.
A lot of coverage.
All high and tight on the stump. He'll walk now. We got runners on first and third. 2 outs here.
Now batting designated hitter Rob Gerbig.
And North County has chose not to. Here comes the courtesy runner, Andy Antlitz. He'll run for stump.
Courtesy runner, Andy Antlitz.
Runners at the corners, and of course this is very, very important out here for pitcher Craig Wood of Southern. He really needs to get this out and keep North County off the board. After that 7-run first, he really has settled down, giving up just 3 in the second, and a couple errors actually prevented him from getting out of that inning. And then, of course, the 1 in the 4th, and then he's shut out the Knights in the 4th, 5th, and so far here in the 6th. Gerbic is 0 for 3 on the night. Grounded to short, with a fly ball to center, and popped to short. Still one of 2 players in the Knights lineup without a base hit, looking for his first. That play right there where you fake the third and turn the first. Oh my, I hate that. That is such a, God almighty. It's like these kids feel like they have to do that. Every time there's first and third, I got to show my move. And I never see anybody get picked off. You see that all the time. Looks nice, I guess.
Keeps him close.
There's a strike. Strike 1 to Gerbic. Go at the short center field, and it will be playable by Howard. That'll be the 3rd out. So the score, as Wood does keep the Knights from getting on the board, the score as we go to the bottom of the 6th is North County 11, Southern 7. As the Bulldogs come to bat, Doug Green, who pinch hit for Travis Soper in the last inning, is back up when the 3rd out was made on an attempt to steal.
Now batting Doug Green.
1-1 count now from Mike Gull to Doug Green, the top of the order, of course, for Southern, waiting to come to the plate. It'll be ball 2. Bottom of 6, time running out for the Bulldogs. They need to get this first man on. Gary Gubbings would love to see this first guy get on. Ball 2. Make it ball 3, yeah. 3-1. This is a very important batter. You're up by 3 or 4. It's so important to get that first out. That'll be ball 4. That brings up Tyler Howard, who's 1 for 1 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Walked his first 2 times up, single to center, knock in a run in the 4th.
Now batting center fielder Tyler Howard.
Might be wise. Take a few pitches, see if we can get something going.
Yeah, really, because Gall really struggled to get the ball over the plate on that last hitter. Be interesting to see if he has him swinging, or with a left-hand hitter too, left hitter against left-hander, it would be ideal to take a couple pitches and get a strike called. But we'll see. And Howard obviously has a pretty good eye. He's a leadoff hitter and drawn 2 walks tonight. Been on base all 3 times.
There's almost a little pause there.
Yeah. Gall, of course, already picked off 1 runner. In fact, that was last inning, and then when Taylor reached, he was thrown out stealing, so the Bulldogs kind of ran themselves out of that inning, yeah.
Got picked off earlier in the game, in the inning, didn't he?
Well,
to take away a run that could have.
yeah, that what was last thing, that guy that walked, Porter walked, and he got picked off first by Gall. It was a strike. So the count is 1-1 now. Gall with a decent move to first, and that's going to keep Green on his toes over there. Ball 2, 2-1. There's a strike, 2-2. Two and two, nobody out, and of course Doug Green off of first base there for Southern.
Underneath the paper mine, not like that.
Got away from him.
I think I'd call that a pass ball. The catcher needs to get over a little bit more on that one, and ball for the Stumps glove. So taking second base on the play is Green, so we have a full count now on Howard. Ryan Sorensen on deck. He tripled in 3 runs his last time up. That's it pretty good. Base hit to right field. And he's holding now in the third. And to be on the safe side, when you're 4 runs down, you don't want to take that chance. You're 1 run down, you would probably send him. But base hit there, and that'll put runners on first and third with nobody out now, and bringing up Ryan Sorensen, who is 1 for 3 on the night.
Now batting catcher Brian Sorensen.
Sorensen, a bases loaded triple in the fourth. Biggest inning the Bulldogs have had, a 5-run fourth it was, and looking for a big inning here. Ball goes right over to first base. Easily back is Howard, and nobody out here. The heart of that Southern lineup coming to the plate here, so this is big for Gall. As Sorensen asked for time. North County 11, Southern 7. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. That's a ball up. Sorensen looks down at Coach Gubbings. As Green edges off a third. Swing and a miss. Sorensen, one of those guys that like to step out and then step back in. Little head game going on between Gall and Sorensen. Sorensen steps out, then Gall steps off the rubber. Sorensen steps out again. Now we're ready. Right in front of Stump. So we have a 2-1 count now. Ball 3. Gall's going to have to come in with it, or he could be in big trouble here with the bases loaded, and then Schneck coming up. Now Gubbings is going out to talk to the base umpire, Dennis Leaks. Or Kenny Peak, excuse me. It's Dennis Reels, the home plate umpire. Kenny Peak.
How has Schneck done tonight? He's on deck.
Schneck doubled his last time up, and he had a single his first time up. He was 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs tonight. Yeah, and he's considered to be the best hitter in this Southern lineup, so this is a big pitch right here. That'll be ball 4. We got the bases loaded for Schneck. going to send in a courtesy runner, number 21. That's Mike Selman coming in to run now for Sorensen.
Courtesy runner Mike Selman. Now batting third baseman Chris Schneck.
Tying run at home plate. 11-7 ball game here. Bases loaded. Mike Gall in a heap of trouble here in the bottom of the sixth. It'll be a ball up and away. Schneck looking for his third hit of the night. He was the Anne Arundel County RBI leader coming into this week with 24. This is his third game this week. Be a ball inside now, 2-0. Good pitch to hit, but it's interesting. Will Gubbings give him the green light here and let him hit because he is such a good hitter? Or do you have him take another pitch and make him throw a strike? He gave him the green light. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Usually when you get the green light, and that's like, don't hit anything but that perfect pitch, that fastball. That was kind of a breaking pitch, and I'm surprised he swung at it. Got a good rip, just didn't hit it. It'll be ball 3 now.
No outs, he probably gets green light again.
Yep, 3-1, nobody out, bases loaded. North County has no one warming up. Obviously, if they bring someone in, as they did before with Gall, they'll bring in someone that's out there on the field. Three-one pitch on the way. Ball's hit pretty good to right center. That might clear the bases. 2 runs are home. Here comes the third. Schneck is going to go for 3, and he'll go into third, standing up with a triple. We have an 11-10 ball game. Triple for Chris Schneck.
We've really had been fortunate to have 2 good games here. The first one on Wednesday night was a low-scoring game. Meade beat Annapolis 2-1, and now we've got a really high-scoring game tonight. Craig Wood coming to bat.
Batting pitcher Craig Wood.
Wood 0 for 2 tonight, looking for his first hit, and he, of course, the pitcher from the very beginning for Southern tonight. He's hung in there. He has a walk and has grounded to the pitcher and fouled out the first. He'd love to get this first hit tonight and tie it up and bring his team all the way back. Ball's hit pretty good to left field. It'll be enough to get the run home over Allen's head. Wood will have 2 with no problem. Let's see if Gubbings holds him. He does. He holds him at second base. We have an 11-11 game. Nobody out here in the 6th.
Game. Who would have thought it in the second inning? It's 10-2 in the second inning, and now it's 11-11.
So the Bulldogs have come all the way back, and nobody can feel any better than Craig Wood, as the Bulldogs send in a courtesy runner in Roger Shirky coming in the run now for Craig Wood, who gets a fine round of applause from the Southern Harwood fans.
Yeah, pitching now.
This is Largent, Bill Largent. He comes in from center field to take over for Gall. He'll pitch to Jason Parks, who was 0 to make that 1 for 3 on the night with a single. All inside. He, of course, the third left-hander tonight for the Knights.
Now batting shortstop Jason Parks.
Ball 2.
Now pitching for North County, Bill Largent.
Largent looks like he's not totally loose just yet. It's a swing and a miss, 2-1. That could be tough to come in from your position and have to go to the mound and throw. Normally, coaches will take a fielder and in between innings let him throw on the side. I was thinking about using him, but maybe they thought Gall had things under control and ball's fouled off there. It'll be 2-1 count now. Or was that 2-2 on Parks? Maybe they thought Gall had things under control and didn't think they were going to have to use Largent and Gall would finish. And things have changed here in a hurry with Schneck's bases loaded triple. Schneck on the night has 5 RBIs with a triple, a double, and a single. Big night. A lot of good third basemen who are hitters in the metro area this year. Ground ball is short. Uh-oh. And the ball is knocked down by the first baseman over there, so that will prevent a run from scoring. Probably the throw should not have been made, but it was, and
It was a good play by Heat, just keep it throwing.
it sure was. So runners on first and third now with nobody out. Justin Shepard coming up now.
Now batting first baseman Justin Shepard.
Bulldogs may have gotten a break on that with that high hop because he throws the ball away, and they got the runner hung up. They wanted to draw a throw. They did. And, of course, the throw into center field, and Southern is on top, 12-11, coming back from a 7-0 and then an 11-2 deficits. Unbelievable. Well, maybe not unbelievable, but pretty good.
That was exactly what Southern wanted there. Just kind of let him walk out in between first and second base. And the pitcher had a little indecision and threw the ball into center field.
So Park's on second base now as the pitch comes in to Shepard. It'll be a ball. Ball's fouled off. Courtesy runner Shirky there, running on the Skirky, I guess it is. There's a Shirky. He, when a ball hit the left side, normally you're not going to run, you're going to make it be through. But I guess he reacted to the high hop and took off, and then the only play was at first, if there was one, and the throw was in the dirt, and that set things up. And of course, the throw in the center field there on the delayed steal.
Actually, Pat, Jason Parks is in second. And he did a good job of getting the pitcher's attention there. Throwing the throw.
Yeah, he of course went down on the play, but it was Shirky originally I was talking about when he was on second. And then he went to third on that ground ball. Went back to the mound, and Largent will go to first. So that'll put an insurance run for the Bulldogs on third base now with one out. So they go for the sacrifice. Pretty good move there. Mike Porter coming up now. He has 1 for 3 on the night.
Now batting right fielder Mike Porter.
Actually, he is 1 for 2. He had a strikeout, a single, and a walk for Porter tonight. North County, third baseman and first baseman up on the corners. Now the second baseman shortstop come up about halfway. It would seem to me they'd want to not give up a run here, but the middle infielders are back. High and up and in on Porter, be ball one. You would think they'd be playing to cut off the run here, but they're not.
It looks like they're afraid of the bunt.
Ball's fouled off 1-1 now on Porter. Gary Gubbing, Southern coach, hoping to get that insurance run to give the Bulldogs a 2-run cushion going into the top of the seventh. One, 2 now on Porter.
A little late on that string.
Bill Largent, the third left-hander used by North County tonight. Swing and a miss. Fouled it off, excuse me. Still 1-2. Southern with another big inning, another 5-run inning. Their second one in the last 3 innings. The ball got away from Largent. 2-2 now. I'm sure we'll see Craig Wood out there for the 7th inning. I'm sure he does not want to come out now after all this.
No way. Who would think you'd get a complete game win?
Right, exactly. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to score another run. Throw goes to first. It's in the dirt, and Porter reaches, run scores, is 13-11 Southern. Designated hitter, well, we got a pinch hitter now for Taylor, it looks like. It's like Roger Shirkey.
Now batting Roger Shirkey.
Roger Shirkey batting for the designated hitter Brian Taylor, who was 0 for 3 tonight. Shirkey, of course, just used as a courtesy runner. Now he comes up to bat. I assume by the Federation rules you can be used as a courtesy runner and then come to the bat in the same inning. Yeah. I'm not sure that he could.
As he comes into the game.
Yeah.
Courtesy runner can only be some player that's not injured.
Right, right. And now he's officially, so he's got a chance to score 2 runs in the same inning. Swing and a miss. Strike one. One now on Shirkey. Got one out here in the bottom of 6, and Southern has taken the lead, 13-11. There goes the runner on a stolen base for Porter. And we have a 1-2 count on Shirkey. Shirkey, the 9th batter in this inning for Southern. Waiting on deck is Doug Green, who started things with a walk. It's a ball up, 1-2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down now for Southern. As Doug Green comes up for the 2nd time this inning. Ball up on Green. Southern down at one time 7-0, then 7-2 after the first, and later 11-2. Has come back with a big 4th inning of 5 runs, 6 runs here in the 6th to take the lead at 13-11. 1-1 count now on Green as Bill Argent tries to get out of this inning without any further damage. It'll be strike 2 for Green. There goes the runner. Throw to third, and he is out, stealing third. So one thing you don't want to do is be that third out at third base, but the attempted steal goes awry for Southern. That'll end the 6th inning. And the score after 6, Southern 13, North County 11. Wood tries to put the Knights away here in the top of the 7th inning. Southern has taken the lead 13-11. And the leadoff batter is going to be Bill Largent. And it's interesting that when this game started, I'm sure after the 1st inning, Craig Wood didn't hold a lot of hope after giving up 7 runs. And now here he is sitting on a win if he can get 3 outs here without any runs here in the 7th inning.
Now batting center fielder Bill Largent.
Largent on the night, 2 infield hits, popped the 3rd, and has grounded back to the pitcher. 2 for 4 on the night with an RBI and a run scored. As Craig Wood starts the 7th, and this young guy has got to be really rejuvenated at this point. He, of course, had a big blow in that big 6th inning himself with a double that scored a run to tie the game. So it's ball 1 to Largent.
He's hung in there, shot him out for the last 3 innings.
He really has. He really has. He gave up just that one in the third. Ground ball to short. Nice play. Throw to first. It'll be an out. Jason Parks with the backhand stab. With one knee up and throws and over to Justin Shepard, and we got the first out here in the 7th. Tom Turner now coming to the plate for the Knights. He is 1 for 4.
Get a play like that, that's got to make Wood feel good, get him through the rest of the game.
Yeah, I'll say.
Now batting Tom Turner.
Fouls it off to the left side. We're up over top of us here, so that'll be strike one. Kevin Hammond has been the ace of this Southern staff. He started this week like at 4 or 5 and 1. Ground ball to short again. Over to first. 2 down in this 7th. Jason Parks with 2 nice plays, 2 good throws, and Craig Wood is 1 out away from a win that I'm sure he didn't think he was going to be getting in that first inning. Alan Heath up now. He has had a great night for the Knights. A single, double, a triple, and a run scored with 1 RBI.
Now batting first baseman Alan Heath.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
2 strikes away from a complete comeback here.
I've been pretty impressed with the way Southern swings the bat. They really do swing the bat well, and they don't quit, obviously, and that has got to be a good sign for them to come back like this with the playoffs just around the corner. Ground ball to second. Stops and throws. Safe. We'll call that an infield hit. That would have been pretty close play at first base. Call that infield hit for Heath. That'll be his 4th hit of the night. That was a tough play to make, and so now Mike Gull comes to the plate looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 3.
Now batting Mike Gull.
Two down here in the 7th, with Southern up by 2. Gull hit by a pitch, struck out, fouled out to the first baseman, and unassisted to the first baseman.
What do you think Sorensen's saying now? Just hang in there?
Yeah, most likely. Don't worry about the runners as much as the hitter. How do you feel?
Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Get out here before they turn the lights out. What's this game going about? 2.5 hours, I guess?
It's a long game.
Yeah, about 2.5 hours. Right on the money, huh? Yeah, I think this Southern team is going to do real well in the 2A playoffs. Gary Gubbings has them playing real good baseball. And they played a tough schedule. Fouled away. I know I've said that several times tonight, but it really can't be said enough.
All the 4A schools they have.
Right, exactly. And they've held their own. And they've beaten some real good teams during the course of the season, too, from other areas. And Hammond is going to, of course, be the team they're going to have to beat. Hammond ranked number 4 in the Baltimore Sun poll. Arundel number 1 this week. Delaney 2. Those two are both, of course, 4A. And if Arundel, as most people expect at this point, just looking ahead as to what's happened up to this point, if Arundel has to be considered a favorite. If they both win their regions, they wouldn't meet until the final. They would both have to win their semifinals, and then they can meet in the championship right here at Joe Cannon. Line shot, base hit in the right field.
Not over yet.
That's going to put runners on first and third with 2 outs here in the 7th.
Let's see if Gary leaves Wood in there.
Mike Pfister coming to the plate. He has 2 hits tonight, a double with the bases loaded. He got 3 runs in, reached on the error, struck out, and singled to center his last trip.
Now batting shortstop Mike Pfister.
Bulldogs, of course, need just 1 out. The run on third means absolutely nothing at this point. The run on first is the most important run, because that is the tying run. Be interested.
Done tonight?
He's 2 for 4.
2 for 4. You put him on or you let him? Or you pitch to him?
Oh, you got to pitch to him, first and third. Yeah. First base not open. No. It's going to be interesting to see if Gull tries to steal the base, put the tying run in scoring position.
Southern did.
Ball outside now to Pfister.
Maybe sneak down 20 seconds and see if you can draw the throw like Southern did.
Yeah, but you don't want any out there.
Two out
Just let him score. Yeah, yeah. 1-1 count now. Craig Wood trying to gut this one out. Gary Gubbing staying with him, letting him win or lose this ball game now for Southern. Nobody warming up. Excuse me, there is a guy down the bullpen throwing. I'm not sure who it is. We can't see the number from here. Swing and a miss. Strike two now. 1-2.
One strike away from a comeback from 11 to 2 down.
And a truly hard-earned victory if Craig Wood can get it. Pitchers don't normally win this way. They're usually long gone by now after their first couple innings that he had. 1-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball to short to Parks. He's got it, flips to second for the third out, and that'll be the game. So Southern, with a 5-run fourth and a 6-run sixth, comes back to beat North County 13-11 here at Joe Cannon Stadium. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast of the game tonight. And on behalf of the Friends of Joe Cannon Committee, President John White and Secretary Joe Ryder, who are with me in the booth here tonight, this is Pat O'Malley saying so long from Joe Cannon Stadium in Harmons, Maryland, and we hope to see you at the Friends of Joe Cannon All-Star Game here on May the 20th at 11 a.m., followed by the banquet later that evening at LaFontaine Blue. For more information, John, they can call you or Joe Ryder, and of course, you can give Joe a call for more information on the banquet at 410-766-8573. And that's it for information on the All-Star Game or the banquet. Billy Ripken, of course, will be the guest speaker that night, and we hope to see a lot of you there. Hope to see a lot of you here at the All-Star Game. We also will be, I guess, coming up, too, we'll be doing the Anne Arundel County Championship game. Right, John?
Right, the Anne Arundel County Championship game is coming up on next week, Wednesday.
It'll be Wednesday night, yeah. But, of course, this will be
broadcasting Saturday, so
Yeah,
we'll
after
have
the
missed it, but that'll be another game here, and then we have the state playoffs coming to Joe Cannon Stadium.
All right, so we hope you enjoyed the game tonight. And once again, for Joe Cannon Stadium, the final score here on the Friends of Joe Cannon Committee High School Baseball Game of the Week. The final score, Southern 13, North County 11.